Hey everyone, welcome to the Mindset Playground, where you're going to get your daily dose of positivity. And I'm your host, LouAnne Hunt. And I am doing something that is so much fun on the playground. Talk about playing on the playground. I am working on Podapalooza this week. Now, what is Podapalooza? Well, it is kind of like walking into a room where there's 200 people. You have no idea who these people are, but you get this personal, up close and personal opportunity to talk to them and to ask those burning questions that everybody has. Just general questions that when you see somebody on the screen, you want to know what they're thinking. So today I have another amazing guest, and I can't wait for you to get to know her. So, for those meeting you for the very first time, who are you and what lights you up in the work that you do?
Hmm. Well, I'm Daral Bowles. I am a therapist slash coach slash author, and I live and work in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I think what lights me up, I've just published a book about an experience that maybe we'll get a chance to talk about of living through a wildfire. What lights me up is watching the conversations that book has opened up for me. It really isn't a book as much as it is like a start of a conversation, like you were saying at a cocktail party or just in a big gathering, to be able to sort of talk to people about something that happened to me of great significance to me, even we could say trauma for me, and then to watch people bring their own stories out or try on my story. And we develop a relationship around this topic. And it happens very quickly and it can go very deep, very fast. And it's really so rewarding to have those conversations. So that's what lights me up right now.
Oh, well, I love that. And that is great. And we are going to talk about your story because I heard it before we got on this podcast. So, what's a hard lesson that turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to you?
That's a good question, too. I would say the wildfire itself was a super hard lesson. And but one of the lessons that I took from it is this notion of needing to be in the both and, like, if somebody had said to me, would you like to go through a wildfire because you're going to learn all sorts of interesting things about yourself and the world, I would be like, no, thank you. But nevertheless, and there are things that I learned through the fire that I don't want to give up, that I wouldn't want to sacrifice. So I have to live in both places. The lesson was the hard stuff, if you look at it long enough, often has gifts and learnings and things that I treasure. That's weird. I don't treasure the fire. I'm not saying, oh, fire is great. Nothing like that. We have people who do that. But rather to say that it's both. It was a terrible thing that happened, and I'm a different person and I value the person that I am because I went through that experience.
Yeah, well, the next question is actually going to lead you right into that as well is what did you have to stop believing about yourself to move forward?
Mm, yeah, that's a deep question. And I'm sure as I sit with it this evening, I might have even more to say about it. But one of the things the beliefs that I had about myself that this crisis really shook up was the notion of just being the responsible party. The one in this setting, I was going through the crisis, but I was also responsible for the care of my clients when we were evacuated and for the days we spent off campus, but even on campus as the therapist when we returned. I felt responsible. And to be in a crisis yourself while also responsible for the people all around you, that's a conundrum. And I had to sort of face after I came home, what did I take care of myself? Did I really take care of myself, or did I put that aside and simply look after other people? And maybe I can't do that anymore.
Right.
Maybe I need to also, again, it's one of those both and situations. I need also to look after myself. Otherwise, I don't have the resources to do anything for anybody.
Right. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that's great that you were able to do that as well. What's one small decision that changed everything for you?
Hmm, let's see. I think in some respects, it's not a small decision, but the decision to finally take care of myself and finish out my contract and come home. It was a big decision, but it was also a small decision in that I needed then to come back to, I came back to my house, I came back to my city. I felt different, but I was coming right back into the same context that been in. So that decision then led me to think, okay, if I'm going to be back where I was, how do I do it differently? And that led me to make some significant changes in my life, just changes in terms of how I go about, building a community for myself. What was I interested in now that I've come back that maybe was different than what I was interested in before I left? How do I reintroduce myself to my friends here, having gone through the experience of the wildfire, without just being a bore that tells their story to every person everywhere? There were lots of ramifications. So it's kind of a big little thing, I guess I'd say.
I don't think that it was a boring story or that you were boring anybody. I think that it's pretty amazing.
Mm,
So, which is great. And that's why you wrote about it in a book.
I did. I did.
Tell us about the book.
Well, I should start by saying that one of the things that I taught at the center and that I've used in therapy with clients is therapeutic writing. So I believe in the power of writing to help us sort through things that happen to us, particularly traumatic things. And there's something about putting it on the page or talking with other people about it that gets it out of your head. And then you have the opportunity to shape the narrative. What really did happen to me and what does it mean? So I came home with no intention to write a book. I just started using therapeutic writing to sort out what happened to me and what it meant. But as I worked on it, it became something that I thought other people could learn from too. And so I wrote the book. It's called The Serra, Serra being mountains in Portuguese. The Serra is burning. And it is the story of the year. It's the story of the fire, but it's sort of a metaphor. I find that people take it and they bring it on board. And the fire itself is something that people can relate to. What's something in your life that changed everything? What's something that taught you what resilience really means, what it really means to be resilient? That combination of steadfast and flexible. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so, my background's in journalism before therapy. So I also researched the heck out of this subject. I read up about fires, wildfires. I read up about trauma. I read up about communities. I read about Portugal. I read about everything that I could find, climate change. And so that part of writing this book, I think, is also important. There's all that background, but at the end of the day, what I wrote was the story, and people can make of it what they choose.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm excited. I'm excited to read it. And I'm excited to do another podcast with you so that we can talk all about the book and pull back the curtain of the
Oh, I would love
mind who is
that.
writing. Yeah, I would
I would
love
love
that
that.
too. Yes. So we'll plan
Let's do
that.
it.
But let me ask you this. What's
Okay.
something most people get completely wrong about success?
Mm, mm. Wow, a couple of things. That success is about the numbers. It's not about the numbers, it's about the relationships. Mm. And it isn't about what other people feel about what you're doing, it's about how you feel about it. I
Oh.
struggle with that because I can be very externally motivated. How many people have bought my book? How many conversations have I had with people? How many bookstores have I been in, et cetera, et cetera. And then at the end of the day, I have to stop and say, wait a minute, that's not why I wrote this book. I wrote this book for the conversations that it was going to allow me to have about things that are really important to me with people who share that intensity. That's successful. A conversation like this one, really and truly, this feels like success to me.
Yes. And thank you for that, because I think the same thing happens with me when I start getting worried about how many people have viewed the podcast and how many people have subscribed. And, is this going to happen? Am I going to monetize? Like, what's going on? And, but I should go back to, like you said, why I really started the podcast
Amen. I
and
agree.
how I get to meet such wonderful people.
Mm,
Oh, that you can't even put a price on that. So it's
I
wonderful.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
So, all right, it's time for the mindset lightning round. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So these are quick answers. First thing that
Hmm.
comes to your heart. All right.
Hmm.
10 seconds on the clock, please. Just kidding. Okay.
Got it.
Just like Family Feud, right? Okay.
Right. Ooh, I hope not.
Well, you might win a nice brand new two-slice toaster at the end of this. Okay, here we go. What is bringing you the most joy in your life right now?
My grandchildren.
Oh, nice. What's something you did that scared you, but you're so glad that you did it?
Going to Portugal.
What's one strength that you have that people might not see at first?
Oh, I have to think about that and use up my time.
All
I would say that it's the strength of finding the right word, finding the exact word that is for a situation. I think words have value, and to find the right one is a treasure. Hmm?
I like that. So let's see. What's one small habit that makes a big difference in your day every day?
Hmm. Hmm. I have a habit, which I really pursue most days, of a 7-minute writing practice where I get my cup of coffee, I sit down, I put my keyboard in front of me, and I put the timer on and I do a brain dump and I just whatever comes to mind. The game is not to stop. And so if I have nothing on my mind, then I just click the keys. But it is amazing how that is sort of like it's like doing scales on the piano. It gets my brain engaged. And then everything that I do after that, whether it's coaching or whether it's writing, then I'm already up and running.
Oh, wow. Why seven?
And that came out of some writing seminar somewhere, and it just seems to work for me. Sometimes I finish in 5. Most of the time, I'm surprised when the timer goes off, even though I've been doing this for years.
That's
So
great. Have you
7 is
gotten
a
any?
magic number too, I imagine, right? Maybe that's it.
I'm getting off topic. I'm supposed to be giving you this lightning round. Sorry, the clock is ticking, but I had to know. Okay, here we go. Words to live by. Finish the sentence. Life is too short to.
It's a waste of time.
Yes. And since this is the Mindset Playground, what's one message you'd love to leave on the playground wall for everyone to see?
You are resilient.
I like that. Those are some great answers. And you won.
The toaster.
Yay!
Fabulous.
Well, anyway, thank you so, so much, Daryl, for coming out and playing with me on the playground today. I've had so much fun. It's been great getting to know you.
You too. And it was a lovely playground session. Thank you so much. Thank you.